music is not something new to you. And obviously, we've all heard music from artists back then and artists today. And you know that the music industry is changing so fast and it will always be changing. And for artists nowadays, it's like quite different than back then. So today, we're gonna talk about the difference between the traditional way of a music artist and modern way. So number one, blowing up. So first we'll start with the traditional way. A lot of artists, even with artists right now, they still succeed with this way, which is through performing, busking, entering competitions, which leads to labels noticing you in these type of events, and then they offer a record deal, and then you sign the deal, and then you become the artist. Yeah, you know what I mean. And they'll basically get in charge of your whole career and market you as an artist, so that all you do is to just perform, write songs, maybe write songs. But some of the artists, they don't write their own songs, they just sing the song while the composers and the label will just write it for them, which sounds pretty good for some people. But the thing is, society is changing right now, and this method doesn't really work as well as it did back then. I mean, don't get me wrong, people are still getting signed by labels, and obviously I hope that I can get signed by a good label and get a good deal as well. But the thing is, we'll talk about the modern way right now. The modern way of how musicians succeed is by posting on the internet, like artists like Joji, Jake with Golden Hour, you know, and a lot more artists. They choose to be independent instead of signing a record label deal. They tend to promote their music in a very different way as well. They promote it on social media, on YouTube, Instagram, or whatever. And that is how modern artists succeed and blow up and get their fame. Now, second point, writing music. Yeah, I know what you're gonna think. Music, of course, writing is different. No. What I'm saying is not what you think. Traditional musicians tend to focus more on the artistic part of writing music, and they go for a more artistic approach. Like, you know, they just had to focus on how good their music sounds like from a musical point of view. And I believe that most of them weren't really thinking it from an audience perspective. Instead, they were just writing what they thought sounded good musically. Unlike the modern way, people now focus more on the marketing side of music, where they write music a certain way on purpose because their main focus is to entertain the audience, which we all need the audience to survive, right? So they usually do similar music with what is viral in today's market. And so this is why most music nowadays sounds similar. Now the third and final point is personality. Traditional musicians usually only show their personality through their music, their lyrics, or maybe during their live shows or some interviews, but you barely see them any other time. With some musicians nowadays are still like this, but they still remain very, very successful. The modern way, which for upcoming artists like me, showing our personality usually isn't just through music. We tend to do social media content too, like short videos like Instagram Reels. I know you've been scrolling for 10 hours and you see us. Yeah, well, some of the musicians even get famous through their online personality, which I don't need to name any names. I think you all know who I'm talking about. They literally get famous through their personality first, and then only blow up, and then people only know, oh, this guy makes music. What? Oh, damn. So yeah, these are the differences between both traditional and modern musicians. I think both ways work. It all depends on which route you prefer to go on. And I mean, if it works for you, then good. And if you're a musician and artist trying to succeed in today's market, I wish you the best of luck. Like and subscribe.